this is my mother's. This is my mother's samples. So she's largely, according to the chromosome composition, um, she's largely, I want to say, Asian, African, and Peruvian. Asian, African, and Peruvian. So you got all the African right here, all the orange, like the orange color. All right. You got some blue. That's European. You got some blue. You know, Colombian, Mexican. But see, even in a Mexican, right? She still got African. 4% African. 50% American Indian. You know what I mean? Um, because my grandmother, my grandmother's like fair skin. So she obviously inherited her genes. Um, and my granddad very dark skin. All right. And so you got all this green right here, this American Indian. And then you got a little bit of African, right? I think that's 0%. So you can say under 1%. But it's American Indian. So she's largely Peruvian, European, African, and Asian. All right. So her most markers is coming from, I want to say, what? Let me see. Most of her markers is coming from Africa. 55%. Okay. So I went ahead and paid for all of that. She got a nutrition chart, she got a fitness chart, her behavior chart, her health chart. She got all of that done. Um, she even got her haplogroups done. So I did that for her. Okay. So she's 24% Native and African American, 42% Caribbean, African Caribbean. But I don't know what this is. Um, okay. They go Peru. Okay. But like my mom, she looks like an Afro Mexican. You know, she looks like an Afro Mexican. She like somebody from Mississippi. There is a genetic similarity with this group, Native American, North. Okay. Okay, so her maternal lineage is L2B. All right. She descends from L5. Um, mm, okay. So, L is the out of Africa haplogroup. So the paternal white DNA will only appear in the males. That's wild. So it only appears in the males. Which is kind of why, like, women, they don't really have an attraction to men. You know what I mean? Like men have an attraction to women. because they don't really carry the man's DNA. Like, that's why they say if you have a daughter or something like that, you're gonna lose um, that DNA. You know, so she's basically, a tropical person. Sand region maybe, tropical and sand. All right, let me look at her haplogroups. Let me see, is this it? Okay. All right. All right. Okay, that's different. That's different. So we gotta preserve our knowledge for the next generation. That's what I'm banking on. We gotta preserve our knowledge for the next generation. You know. So great peace, Yakoki. So this is mine right here. This is mine. Um, I don't see Caribbean. Okay, Caribbean is at 1%. Caribbean is at 1%. But I noticed that my Native American and African American percentage has shot up to 35%. It's above my mother's. Um, but on her ancestry DNA, she has the Indigenous Americas marker. I don't have that. I only have Peru and Bolivia. You know what I mean? So once you see it, you can pretty much say it's 100%. If you see it on your chart, you can say it's 100% because the person who's carrying those traits, right? They have a mother and a father. And if it's a male, he carries the male DNA. So that's a 100% automatically. Um, Let me see. Weak genetic similarity with this group. Okay, Andy is saying I have weak genetics with the Peru people. Strong genetic with North. Okay, it's saying I have strong genetics with Native Americans. Um, so it's saying yeah. So let me see. Um, Now I don't see where it says okay. What is like? Where's my haplogroup? Haplogroup is a percentage. Okay, it's not showing it. I'm not sure why. Mm, Let me refresh and see. But they saying I'm like culturally Gambian. There's only 9%. But that's very high. Okay, let me see. Let me go. Neanderthal, Denisovan. Okay. So I have 1% Neanderthal. Okay, so let me see. Denisovan, 0.1. Okay. All right, so I guess I don't come from the ape gene. And we kind of knew this already. Okay, my mom is at 55% African, but I'm at 86%. You know, that's interesting. And we already did this, so I really don't have blue like that, or do I? Yeah, I have a lot of orange, which is African. So these are the Moors right here, Iberian, 2%. Those are the Moors. So we already did this the other day. Calculate my results. Okay. You are 47% above the European average. Okay. And I don't know what that means. Heterosocial. I don't know what that means. What is this measure and why is it important? The H ratio is the number of H sites in the blah 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 degree guys for various population. Greater variability is protective against recessive disease. Okay, your score is 2 point. You are all right. Okay, they down there doing something. Okay, so all right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So it says 35% Native and African American. That's intriguing. That's intriguing. hmm So if you got that, you know, the government can't say that you're not, you know, that you don't fit the criteria of having a tribal being a part of a tribal government. You know, because this is a very well, you know, this is a professional website. I keep seeing this pop up on my DNA though. Andean, that's Peru. I keep seeing that pop up on my DNA. Mm. So people are finding out that they're Incan, that they're Mayan, that they're part of the Olmec civilizations. They're finding that out. You know, they're finding that out. Mm-mm-mm. I'm not sure why it's not showing the haplogroup. I'm not sure why they're not showing it. All right, so let me get out of here, man. Kids. Let me see how to interpret it. Okay. All right, so that's it. Great piece, Yakoki.